Welcome back to anthropology. This lesson is about the Jawasi San, otherwise known as San people and culture. If you are taking one of my cultural anthropology classes or world culture classes, you will probably be seeing a lot more lessons like this. This lesson is one of several in-depth summaries of a society that we will use to exemplify different elements of culture in this class. So this pattern or format is repeated several times in my classes when we're looking at different cultures of the world. So usually the first culture I cover is the San people, who are hunter-gatherers living in the southern part of Africa. This society culture will be an option for you to choose for your midterm or final. So pay attention, and if you enjoy learning about them, you might want to choose them to write about. So the Jawasi San people. Jawasi is a more specific name, and I'll get to that later. Here we go, ethnonym. An ethnonym is a term for the name of the people. So we try to use the name of the people that they call themselves, or at least the most specific or accurate name we can. The term San is more general of a term, used to distinguish the Click language speaking people of the Kalahari. All of the following names may refer to specific groups of San. So the San people, the Jawasi, the Kung, which is the old name for the Jawasi, now we call them the Jawasi, Khoikhoi or Tsumkwe, which can refer to a people or a place. So like I just said, Tsumkwe, you'll see that spelled differently in different sources that I assigned to you, but they all refer to the same place, which is a San settlement in northwest Namibia. There will be different spellings given in the video and in different texts. Here is some of their geography. So we're focusing further in on the Jawasi people, and you'll see them here in the center of the map in yellow. But these different areas of color on this map of the southern part of the African continent represent different Khoisan dialects. So they belong to the Khoisan language family, and these are the different types of groups that do live in this area and speak these Click languages, these related Click languages. So here's a little bit of their history. You'll see here another language map representing some different language families in Africa. Now these are big language families with hundreds, if not thousands, of other languages within these families. You'll see the blue Afro-Asiatic, red Nilo-Saharan, green Khoisan, and yellow Niger Kordofanian, I think, Kordofanian. So yes, lots of language families in Africa. We're focusing on the green here, the Khoisan. But if you can look a little bit toward East Africa in, let's see, I think it's in Tanzania, you'll see another green dot there. So the hypothesis is that Southern Africa used to be more dominated by this Khoisan language family, but you'll see the yellow group here, also called just the Bantu language families, moved in and replaced the Khoisan groups in these areas. And you'll see now in South Africa there's the Khoisan language family and the Bantu language family, and there's many languages spoken in South Africa. Okay, moving on, a little bit more history. So the San are considered some of the oldest societies in the world, as well as the oldest genetically distinct populations in the world. They have been living in the Kalahari Desert for at least 27,000 years. They faced Dutch colonization in the 1650s. This triggered warfare between groups. The San population was decimated. They faced new diseases, being driven off their lands, and warfare and genocide. By the mid-1800s, they interacted with European trading systems. So they would have hunted and traded for feathers and ivory, and they would have received new arrivals like horses and donkeys. By the 1890s, many San men were recruited for gold mining. So this is the first portion of our lesson on the San. This is part 1. Please proceed to part 2.